What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, bringing you some more games from the Starseries Season 3. This time it's just me, but I don't know, maybe I'll do some more casts with someone else in the future. We'll see about that. Anyway, this game is going to be between M5 on the Radiant and Skane's Elit on the Dire. Bans looking pretty normal. Skane's Elit do have the Wisp available to them, which is one of their signature heroes, but with the Naga Siren Morphling pick as the first two, not sure if they're actually going to go for that, because right now, well, usually you don't see both of them on the same team. When you do, the other three heroes are very, very support-oriented, and they can run the Wisp still, but I don't really think it's going to be the best. But hey, what do I know? But they are going to have the late game on lockdown. Morphling plus Naga Siren. I mean, both of those are usually the only hard carries on the team. But if you put them together, well, you need a lot of gold, but if you get that gold, then you could do work with that. Moscow 5, they're going to go for a little bit of a more standard-looking lineup. They're going to pick up the Darkseer first, obviously, because it's a freaking Darkseer. And then they're going to second pick Invoker. Still doesn't really mean anything. With these heroes, they're just getting their lanes down. They could pick up a support hero or really anything. What they have right now is a strong mid lane and a strong long lane. So really, they have to worry about their primary farmer. We're going to see who's going to be fulfilling that role. But even if they do get a good primary farmer, they can't really give him until the entire late game. Because once that happens, I don't know, Naga Siren and Morphling, they're going to be pretty darn scary if they get the farm. Now, Darkseer will do pretty good against that because he has Wall of Replica, and both Morphling and Naga Siren are heroes that go for Manta Style and are heroes that typically stack stats. So you can see Manta Styles, Naga Siren, Diffusal Blade, Morphling gets a ton of agility, so his illusions always do a lot of damage. So that Wall of Replica in the late game will be very useful for M5 if they manage to land a good one. M5, they're going to last pick, or I guess third pick, that Venomancer. So they are going to start shoring up their supports right now. Now, I'm pretty sure M5 are going to probably look towards an Enigma plus a carry hero. So I do think Skane's Elit are probably going to be banning out that, if not picking it for themselves. But Skane's Elit right now, they just need to get their lanes together. Morphling is probably going to solo mid. Naga Siren is going to get protected farm somewhere. So they need someone else for a side lane, as well as a couple of support heroes. Looks like they're going to go with the Windrunner, so another kind of boring hero. Right there we have the Windrunner, who will probably go into the long lane. Windrunner in the long lane versus Darkseer in the long lane. They're actually pretty similar. They both have that movement speed spell and Windrun and Surge. And they have a long range spell that they could use to snipe off creeps, but you know, Ion Shell is a little bit more useful for that. But really, I mean, the comparison doesn't really mean all that much since they're probably not going to be in lane, and it really depends on how much pressure the lanes that they're up against put on them. The ban out for Moscow 5 is going to be that Ancient Apparition. Skane's Elit going to ban out the Lone Druid. So they're looking to ban out some hard carries, and ooh, man, they're banning out the Lina as well. Well, I guess M5 know that Skane's Elit needs support heroes, and who goes well with the Naga Siren? Well, the net sets up for the Cold Feet, and it sets up for the LSA. So, the picks for Skane's Elit right now are the possible picks for them. Kind of restricted, they don't have that net set up. You can see, like, Leshrac, AA, and Lina are really the biggest three that go with the Naga Siren. So they're going to have to pick up someone who doesn't really combo all that well, which will somewhat restrict the killing potential of the lane. But still, whenever you have a Naga Siren plus a support hero, you know you're going to have at least some killing potential. So everything should be fine there. Let's see who Skane's Elit want to ban out. If I were them, I'd ban out the Enigma, because you don't want that black hole plus the with the vacuum setup. That just hurts. Plus the jungle will give M5 a lot of... Okay, fair enough. Kind of a similar hero. Not as big a team fight, but you get a lot more early game for the Enchantress. So going with a similar theme, I guess. But as I said before, M5, they're going to be looking for another carry hero, plus another support hero, possibly jungling. Oh, yeah. Okay, now who is going to be the carry? They have Anti-Mage available to them. They have Clinks, although I don't think Clinks will be the best. They need someone to combat the Morphling, and if they pick up Ricky, it's going to be Ricky. Smokescreen against the Morphling Windrunner? Perfect. It's perfect. Disruptor. Skane's Elit, their support pick is going to be the Disruptor. And yeah, so it looks like my predictions are pretty much spot on as far as what the picks are going to be. And yeah, I didn't upload anything yesterday, and this is probably going to be uploaded. Well, I can upload this tonight, I guess. But I've kind of been doing a little bit of light casting. I've been playing a lot of the, what's it called, Dire Tide? Oh man, I'm wrong. Damn it, Faceless Void. Okay, playing a lot of the Dire Tide. I have like 3 essences, and I kind of want a special, whatever it's called, Greevil. So I'm gonna grind out games with those. But really, like, no matter what I do, it seems like my team is always what makes or breaks the game. Like, there's really nothing I can do, no matter who I go. Like, if I steal like a million candy, it doesn't matter because my team will just find some way to lose it. But anyway, it's going to be the Faceless Void, which will give them a lot more team fight. They have now a Chronosphere on top of a Black Hole, on top of a Wall of Replica. So all of that is a lot of team fight. That's Skane's Elit. Well, they do have a little bit of shutdown for that. They have a Static Storm, which is really good against heroes like Enigma and Faceless Void. If Disruptor is fast enough with his fingers, then he could lay down the Static Storm before Void gets that Chronosphere off. But it'll be really tight. He's gonna have to see the Void coming in with his Time Walk, and then, you know, cast it while the Void is mid-flight. Skane's Elit, I mean, they do have the Song of the Siren to set up, but they don't really have the best heroes to capitalize on that. They do have the Shackle Shot, I guess, but it's kind of hard to latch to right after the sleep, because you can't really target them when they're sleeping, so you have to wait till they wake up, and then they're going to shuffle around. So that usually doesn't happen. Skane's Elit, what are they going to look for? They kind of shot themselves in the foot somewhat by picking up that Enchantress. I'm sure they would have liked to have the Enchantress, but they also would not want M5 to pick that up. Okay, so they're just gonna go with Shadow Demon. So they're gonna get another solid support hero. So Skane's Elit gonna go with the 2 carry strategy, with a very hard support lineup behind that. M5, they're gonna go for more team fight oriented, more of a 4-1 style. So Skane's Elit, the longer this game drags on, the more it is going to be in their favor. Even though Faceless Void is usually regarded as one of the strongest, if not the strongest, late game carry in the game, when he's up against 2 heroes, it gets a little bit more rough, especially when there's so many illusions. So Void probably will benefit him to go for a quick Battle Fury. Anyway, on the M5 side, we have first the Invoker, played by Stellioner. Nexus is going to be playing the Faceless Void. Dread on the Venomancer solo. On the Enigma and Darkseer is going to be played by Sidoi. On the bottom lane, we have, I don't know who that is, so I'm just going to skip him. Mini is going to be playing the Disruptor. He's going for support, but he's chilling in the mid lane. Region on top as the Naga Siren carry. Fishbone supporting as the Shadow Demon and Wagamama. He doesn't have that much regen, so he's probably going to need some pooled to him. He's going to be playing the Morphling, and let's see who this is. Oh, wait, Toby's asking for... Oh, it's Smug League. I'm sure they'll confirm that to him. Everyone on the M5 side, they're currently in their jungle, looking to counter off any D-ward action, but I don't think that is actually going to happen. Vilat, that's not helpful at all. That's not what he's asking. Actually, I think M5 just recently disbanded. I'm pretty sure they did, which is kind of sad. I mean, these guys, in my opinion, they're definitely a lot better than the other M5, like the TI2 M5. Those guys were kind of lacking. But this the way this team plays together is a little bit better.
The battle begins.
So yeah, we're watching the ghost of a team play right now. But it shouldn't have any bearing, because at the time of this casting, this tournament is long over. So, you know, it's not like they are out of the running or anything. Smuglig. So Toby now knows who it is. I already knew who it is because I just dipped into the Steam menu. So there's going to be a tri-lane on top versus the Darkseer, and a 2.5 lane on the bottom versus the Windrunner, and then mid is going to be, of course, the Morphling versus that Invoker, and the Invoker looks like he's going to go for a fast bottle. Kind of interesting. You don't usually see fast bottles on the Invoker simply because they don't really need either form of regeneration. Their Quas gives them health regeneration, and really their mana needs are pretty low. Alright, in the top lane, Sidoi is going to take a net. Do they have any more setup? They have a Disruption as well. Sidoi has Ion Shell. There goes the Disruption. They're taking a lot of damage from the creeps, but he's going to get some illusions set up against him. Ion Shell, 2 Ion Shells actually, but Sidoi is going to go down to Region with the last right click. Naga Siren picking up a first blood very early on to the game. He's going to get, you know, something like a Ring of Aquila or Boots or something. Nagasiren's going to be happy about that. This top lane already working for Skane's Elite, and you can see that smuggling on the bot lane is just, he's not even pulling Ancients. He's just slowly bringing them down. He knows that if he goes over here, then purple is going to be on his ass. The Venomancer just pushing him back. So yeah, he might as well get something as Windrunner. On the mid lane, oh, Wagamama taking a cold snap and a lot of damage there. So he's going to wait for him in for Stallion regardless, though. Strength More should keep him alive. Here comes Solo, though, looking to save his buddy Fishbone, taking him Alpha Stun. Only level 1, though. He needs one more right click. Unfortunately for the Enigma, the low ground hit and missed. Looks like the bot lane is going to remain a kill-free zone, at least for the moment. Wagamama already down to 1 Tango. Stallion, I'm sure he's the same. He actually has 2. But he does have that Quas rune on top of that, so he's going to be regenerating a lot more than this Smurfling. You can see, like, Cold Snap, I mean, it does have 100 mana, but the cooldown's pretty long, and you usually don't cast it whenever it's off cooldown, so... Yeah, Invoker doesn't really need a bottle, but it looks like he's not actually going to go for bottle. He's going to go save it for fast boots. Kind of an interesting way to build that. Usually you see the Blades of Attack being picked up first, simply because it gives you more damage, instead of holding the gold, which... I don't know about that, but, you know, it doesn't really matter in the long run. Region has picked up the Tranquil Boots with that first Blood Gold. So Nagasiren is going to go for Soul Ring, most likely. That Riptide completely missed everything. I don't know. Yeah, Region's finger slipped, I'm sure. Nagasiren probably going to go for a Soul Ring. And then could go for something like a Radiance, depending on how Wagamama farms, which, I mean, he's doing okay. Actually doing pretty darn well. Disruption onto the Invoker. Looks like he's just going to walk away. Just taking a little bit of harassment damage. Fishbone making sure the Invoker knows his place in the lane. He has transitioned down here. I mean, like, he sees... Oh, Region, what are you doing? What are you doing? Maybe he's trying to bait Sadoy in. He has a Tranquil Boots, so he's going to regenerate a lot, but... no, salve as well. 2 salves? Did he just... What? He didn't have any... Oh, okay, that's the Tranquil Boots, I guess. Pretty sure it wasn't like... Was it like that before? I have no idea. But Invoker is going to go for a Quasflex build, so the lanes are not going to be receiving any Sunstrike support, and really, they're not looking to be aggressive. You can see the Venomancer doing pulls and stuff like that, Enigma just doing his own thing in the jungle, and Nexus, he's not looking to make anything happen, at least until he hits level 6. Skane's Elite, they could be a lot more aggressive just with the heroes they've chosen. The bot lane is like pretty much forfeit. Smuggling has hit level 2, but just the dual lanes on the mid and top lane for Skane's Elite gives them a lot more capacity to be aggressive. You can see Sadoy very low HP in Vision, making very good use of those Tranquil Boots, constantly dropping herself down to low HP. I guess himself. I would say her for the female heroes, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should start saying him, since I'm pretty sure all these guys are guys. Dropping himself very low, and then just healing it up, and those damage trades are not going to favor Sadoy. You can see he's walking all the way back to the base. Then he's got to walk all the way back, or teleport back, but that's still 135 gold that he really can't afford with only 8 CS in his pocket. So Wagamama is going... He's going for a pretty good farm time right here. 310 gold per minute. Not that far behind the protected farm of the Nagasiren. So now we're going to see who is going to go for the utility and tankiness, and who is going to go for the damage. Usually it is the Nagasiren who is going to go for something like a Heart or a Vanguard or something like that. A little bit more of an early-based game where Morphling goes for pure damage. Wait for me and Stallion is going to... Wagamama's going to take a Cold Snap in retaliation. But really, it's up to them. I mean, both heroes can do very well in the late game. I do feel like Morphling is a little bit better. Especially, well... I don't know, against the Faceless Void. It really depends on what build the Faceless Void is going. But usually just... the Nagasiren does perfectly fine, just building up tanky items, getting her illusions really beefy, and then just really holding their ground with the Riptide. Hawaga's probably going to be doing that, although Region, I mean, to be fair, Region is the hard carry player. So, I don't know. It could go either way, I'm sure. Region getting harassed quite a bit. These double ion shells, you don't want to mess around with these things. They do a lot of damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Minnie, you don't want to give that a hug either, because you don't have Tranquil Boots. So you can see Sadoy already pressuring back this tower pretty aggressively. He's going to surge himself, take a net, so he's not going to go anywhere. Minnie's going to turn around for a glimpse, glimpsing him back into Fishbone's disruption. Connect field plus a curse. Sadoy is probably going to go down for this, going to try to fight back, but he ion shelled something that is just going to go away in like 3 seconds. So Sadoy does drop again on this top lane. That was like the shortest glimpse I've ever seen in my life. Mid lane, Stallianer is taking a lot of heat from this Morphling. 6-minute rune. It's going to be on the bottom lane in an illusion rune. No chance for the Morphling to pick that up. Unless Dread is just not paying attention, which... no, there it is. So Morphling going to have to bottle crow if he wants to keep the pressure on Stallianer, but I mean, he has 3 points in Quas. He's regenerating a really large amount of HP a second. 10.4 is not bad at all. You can see like Disruptor is only 1, so 9 more HP per second. Yeah, I'd take that. That also means his Cold Snap is going to be pretty intense. And M5, they don't really have the most stuns. They have Faceless Void with Chronosphere and his bashing, and then Enigma bringing a little bit to the table as well. But if you have a high level of Quas, that Cold Snap could very easily replace a single target stun, like a Magic Missile-esque stun. Because well, everything that cast does have a cast time. Waveform, you can cancel that if you just keep the pressure on him when he's trying to do that. It's a little bit difficult to do, of course, and I would rather have a Chaos Bolt. But it does work. Wagamama is going to take a double layer of stun. He doesn't have enough mana for a waveform, so he's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to start strength morphing. He does have 6 stick charges. But Solo Black holding from the low ground. Wagamama getting pulled down. Is there enough damage to actually kill him? He's going to pop out the magic 6 charges. Tornado not going to drop him. He's still going to strength morph, and he looks like he will make it out. I don't know. Stallianer is still giving chase, but he's Morphling almost out of mana. And Morphling will make it out alive. Morphling, such a slippery hero. It's so difficult to gank him. But it was a good attempt, but in the end, Morphling did survive. Solo burned the black hole. Stallianer burned a lot of mana on that as well, and Morphling, he's going to have to take a trip back to the base, but his bottle, wasn't going to do him much anyway. Fishbone taking a Cold Snap, doing a lot of damage to the Invoker. Just needs one more hit. Yes, he will get the kill on the Shadow Demon. As Sport comes in, Disruptor's going to pull him back into a Kinetic Field. Kinetic Field, no. Smuggling does not have any Shackle Shot. He does have a Power Shot. Looks like he's not willing to use that right now. And Power Shot. Stallianer was pretty healthy though. Mini going to take a Gale, and the poison damage from Dread should be enough. Waveform in from Wagamama. I have no idea how he came from that angle. He was just in base, but Solo now the one in trouble. Fishbone is back into the fray, looking for a long-range disruption. I don't know if he's actually going to find this. He's not. And the score remains at 1-2. Disruptor just barely escaping with his life. Dread was, he turned back a little bit early. I feel like he could have dove for that kill, but, giving a kill to Morphling in exchange for getting a kill on the Venomancer, who's going to die right after, it's not really worth it. So I feel like Dread, he could have gotten the kill, but he played it correctly. He made the right choice in falling back with his life. With the surprisingly high amount of action, there's a high amount of action with a surprisingly low amount of kills. I really hate it when that happens, because everyone loves to see kills flying up everywhere. Stallianer going to open up a region with a Tornado, very short range, but instantly he's trying to pop off the Song of the Siren, but he's perma-stunned from that Cold Snap, exactly what I was talking about. Static Storm can do a little bit of damage to the Invoker, but it's not going to be enough to bring him down. The Song of the Siren constantly taking damage. She was trying to cast anything, but Song of the Storm, Song of the Siren, Song of the Storm, that is a completely different game. It takes a little bit of time to cast. She has to raise her hands and lower them, and that takes a long time, especially when you're taking a Cold Snap stun every, how much? Freeze cooldown, 0.71 seconds? Yeah. So that's a pretty intense perma-stun right there. But it's not like the perma-stun where you just take your hands off the keyboard. It's the one where you're like, come on, please get this spell off. Please get this spell off. Looks like Smuggling might be in a little danger. Solo coming around with level 2 Malphus, so it's not going to give the most stun duration. Nexus does have a Chronosphere up, though, so he wants to use it. He is going to pop it, and now Solo is taking some tower shots, but Smuggling is going to go down to Nexus. So there's the level 6 aggression, or I guess level 9 aggression. You need that Chronosphere once you're going to be aggressive. Got Nexus a free kill. Looks like he is going to go for that Battle Fury build. I do like that choice, seeing as though he's going to be up against a whole lot of illusions from the Naga Siren. And then I'm sure eventually Manta Style from the Morphling. So he's going to need that AoE clearing. M5 don't really have that burst AoE damage. Bot lane being pushed by M5. Mid lane being pushed by the double damage Morphling. So I think that the Morphling should be able to do this just fine. But no, EMP is going to take forever to explode, so it doesn't hit anything. Tornado going to slow Morphling down. Just need one more hit, and the Invoker gets the deny. going to take a waveform in retaliation. Wagamama doesn't have that double damage rune anymore, and Stallianer taking a couple of Shadow Poison takes, but Wagamama forced to Strength Morph out. He should be fine, replicating himself a very short distance, so he's still in a lot of danger. That was actually a huge waste of mana. He's probably going to go down to the Poison, popping off the Magic Stick charges. He could Strength Morph the Treads, but it's not going to be enough. On the bot lane, meanwhile, Region with Smuggling have taken down one. They're looking for another in Faceless Void, but he does have maxed out Time Walk, so it's not going to happen. But Skane's lead, I mean, the Morphling, he burned a lot of mana on that replicate. I believe it's 150 once you actually make the replicate. Like, it's really cheap to make, but it's really expensive to, like, blink to or go switch places. What is the... I don't even know what the replicate sub-skill is called. But it's really expensive to do that. He just burned all of his mana that he could have used to waveform out, which would have guaranteed a safe passage. I mean, he wasn't in that much danger. He could have waited, I definitely think, but you know, sometimes shit happens. Wagamama taking a death. M5 with a slight kill advantage. One tower down for the Dire, one tower down from the Radiant, but denied. So M5 should have a gold and experience advantage, as we see right here. Keep in mind that Skane's Elite, they do have turbo late game carries, 2 of them. So it kind of makes sense for them to be losing a little bit in this early stage of the game. Nexus going to try to go for Region with the help of Solo, but here comes Skane's Elite support. Kinetic Field going to be dropped down. Curse onto Nexus, but Solo's the one in danger. Dropping a Black Hole onto 2, but Mini is still right outside, just throwing the lightning bolts. And Enigma does go down once again, kind of wasting his Black Hole. Like, he delayed his inevitable death. I don't know if he bought anything. Yeah, he probably didn't. But he does go down, and well, really now they don't have Black Hole for another 3 minutes. Bot lane looking to be defended by Stallianer plus Nexus. No Chronosphere up though. EMP is going to drop. Tornado to follow up. Is it going to hit onto anyone though? It is going to hit onto Fishbone and Cold Snap as well. Nothing to attack him. So he's going to walk free of that. The tower does survive. If Nexus had mana for a Chronosphere, man, everyone would have been dead. Like, no chance. Smuggler getting some farm in the hell? Oh, okay, so I guess icons also work retroactively with replays. That was a new one. And okay, we sniped off the Shadow Demon with a Cold Snap. Right? I was not expecting that to happen at all. Apparently Stallianer thought that was pretty cute as well. What is this called? It's just called Replicate. Okay, so there's no sub-skill name. Smuggling taking a little bit of poison damage. Still in this mid lane though, as Region is coming back, glimpsing back. Dread going to take a Riptide, Power Shot completely whiffing, but he's netted to the floor. Going to try to teleport out of this. It might be enough. No, Shackle Shot, Mini Stun will be enough to cancel that off. And the Windrunner does get that kill. Meantime, the top lane once again being denied. Wow, M5 just all over their own towers. They even got one on the bot lane. So yeah, they're tower hitting masters on the M5 side, and Skane's Elite, they really need this gold. I mean, the best way to get so many carries farmed on your team is take towers, because then everyone gets the gold. You don't have to split gold between creeps. Whenever you have one creep to kill, or any creep to kill really, it's always a matter of, okay, I could get this as the Naga Siren, or the Morphling could get it, or the support could get it. But when you have a tower, it doesn't matter, everyone gets the gold. But a lot of gold has been denied thus far. And M5, they're looking to capitalize on their early game with a tower. It is going to drop. No chance for Skane's Elite to deny this one, and Solo picks up that tower. Nexus has procured himself a Battle Fury. I think that was 13 minutes in, or 14 minutes in, whatever. The Faceless Void at the Battle Fury, I mean, it's not as good as the Anti-Mage of the Battle Fury, just because Time Walk has a lot longer cooldown and a lot larger mana cost. But, I mean, he's still going to be farming up a Storm, and he is already at the top as far as gold per minute goes. Morphling and Naga Siren probably would have been a lot closer should the towers have not been denied. Region going to look for something on the bot lane. Unfortunately, EMP is pretty darn good when you don't have much mana, Siren. Here comes Mini and Fishbone. They're going to catch the Invoker out of position. There's the Curse. Mini going to get a Kinetic Field onto only one, keeping Stallianer in for that Static Storm. He's going to drop to Wagamama. Sadoy in the middle of everything, but he is currently silenced. Going to try to make it out of here with Surge. Anything? Glimpse? Net? What the hell? Well, he's back into the range of a Shackle Shot, so I don't know how nets work like that, but Sadoy does drop as well. M5 losing 2 in a kind of futile tower push. Wagamama once more in the mid lane. Looks like it's just going to be farming. In the meantime, Nexus on the bot lane has gotten himself over 100 creep kills 15 minutes into the game. It's a pretty crazy farm, and it's just going to get even quicker and quicker. Power treads after that Battle Fury. Now we're going to have to see what he wants to go for. Faceless Voids usually have a lot of freedom in what items they want to pick up. But he's so far doing a very good job. He's prepping himself for a very good late game. Morphling doesn't have the same amount of right clicks. He does have 2 assists, but I'm pretty sure the Faceless Void is a better score. 1-0, I guess 2 assists. Kind of a wash. Naga Siren is going for an ultimate orb, so I don't know, a Lincoln Sphere possibly? I don't think it'll be the best choice against this team. It could be a quick Manta style, just getting illusions and trying to go push, I suppose, would also work. So far it remains to be seen which of the two are going to be going for the cheap items. Maybe they're both just going to go for the turbo carry build. I mean, Wagamama and Region have pretty much been in separate lanes for a good part of this game, except for, I believe, this top lane scuffle that we just saw. So if they're getting independent farm, then hey, why not go for the big items independently? Region has been camping out this top lane for quite a while. He's farming pretty well. The problem is just going as Elite once again. They have not taken down any towers themselves. Shackle Shot, not going to latch onto Stallianer. Solo coming in with the Black Hole. Yes, he does have Black Hole. Glimpse plus the Kinetic Field. Going to hold Stallianer in just a little bit, but Solo getting creep blocked a whole lot. He does have a good Black Hole angle, but no, a Static Storm. He took way too long getting in there. He's going to take a ton of damage now, and he's going to drop before anything happens. Sudoi walking into that, and a 2-man Shackle from Smuggling. No, Nexus is going to be the one getting a 5-man Chronosphere. So them one-upping each other constantly. They're all clumped up, but they're still all alive. There's illusion popping off from Region. Looks like he wants to fight this Smuggling. Gonna get a power shot off right before he dies. Fishbone on the run. Wagamama gonna launch a level 2 adaptive strike. Not gonna do anything. Dread netted to the floor, so the Naga Siren does escape. Skane's Elite, they all got away with very low HP, except for the Windrunner, of course. I mean, a good Shackle Shot from Smuggling, but an even better Chronosphere from Faceless Void, and that was without any support from the Enigma. Looks like Dread is going to be the casualty of war. I don't know, 40 HP? There it is. Sudoi and Stallianer versus Wagamama and Mini. Let the fight begin. Mini is going to drop instantly, and Stallianer very tanky at this point. He has 1,000 HP. Sudoi has 1,000 HP as well. Fishbone looking for anything, but he cannot find range. There's the range on the Demonic Purge, but he's out of mana now. He has enough mana for a curse, but do they have enough burst damage? Waveform will do a lot of damage. Shackle is not going to latch, but it will hold up the Darkseer just long enough for Skane's Elite to get another kill. I do believe it was a little bit too over-aggressive of M5 to go wander in this jungle area. I mean, I guess they were just trying to chase down kills. But they got the tower. They had a pretty decent team fight. I mean, they didn't really kill anyone in that team fight. They killed the Windrunner. But, hey, they got a tower and everyone was at low HP, so really, what are they going to do? They're going to walk all the way back to the fountain, and at that point, you already have the tower, so you don't really care about what they're doing. But they do end up losing a couple of heroes there, but I mean, Faceless Void does have... He is getting more and more farm. And Faceless Void didn't do that much in that previous black hole. Oh my god, I cannot speak. That's because the enemies were pretty much all around the ring of that circle. The Battle Fury didn't do all that much for him there, but you don't really expect the Battle Fury to do a lot of splash damage when you're actually using it in battle, unless the enemies are dumb, or I mean, unless they get the vacuum. Solo getting caught out in the jungle. Burning Static Storm, they do not want to take the Black Hole. Let's see if Mini, Region, and Fishbone can get out of here. Nexus from one side. He's going to get a 3-man Chronosphere. Going to go instantly for Fishbone, and now the Battle Fury is going to work wonders for him. Mini can take a cold snap. Stunned up one more time by the ward. Will it be enough? He is going to walk away. And oh no, it is not going to... Well, Nexus still giving chase, but Mini very, very slow at this point. He's going to lay down a Kinetic Field. Not going to latch onto Nexus, but he did glimpse back that Faceless Void. He's going to take one more right click, and he has earned charges all over him. Tornado should drop him onto the floor. Yes, it will. Down on edge to the floor, taking some tower shots as well. Vacuuming back Region. Sudoi and Dread want to get a kill on this Naga Siren, and Naga Siren's going to pop up some illusions and unfortunately drop. Valiant effort there. Skane's Elite, they just got cornered completely. That vacuum within the black hole not only allow the Battle Fury to do a lot of damage, it'll also allow that Ion Shell to do a lot of damage. If you have an Ion Shell in the Faceless Void as soon as he goes in, well, that is how many seconds at this point? 4.5 seconds. of pure Ion Shell damage. And that in itself does a ton. But then when you factor in, of course, Faceless Void is going to be attacking and all of that, well, that's just a ton of damage. Or, I guess, in a larger ton. A metric crap ton of damage. So if they get a Chronosphere first into a vacuum, I mean, Nexus could pretty much single-handedly kill all of Skane's Elite should that come to be. They probably don't even need the black hole at that point. They'll just keep them in that tight little group so that Faceless Void can continue doing the work that he has been doing. Now we do have a pause. We have a chance to go over some items. Shadow Demon, very wealthy. Observer Wards and Magic Wand, plus Boots, a very expensive item. Naga Siren is going to go for that Manta Style. But even if she does get that Manta Style, her illusions aren't going to be that healthy because it'll take a very long time for her to get any sort of HP item up. It really doesn't matter how many illusions you have because unless your micro is like, I don't know, Flash micro, StarCraft Flash, then your illusions are probably going to be generally clumped up. And then you have Ion Shell and Battle Fury to deal with, so the illusions are not going to last long. And your illusions won't help you when you're caught in a Chronosphere or when you're caught in a black hole. Windrunner, actually not doing too bad. 4 Staff, Tranquil Boots, plus almost a mech. Considering she was just farming Ancients for the first however many minutes. Not bad for the Windrunner. Morphling is packing an Ultimate Orb as well. This could be an Eye of Skadi rush. I certainly hope that it isn't, because I really don't like it when people rush Eye of Skadi, because the Ultimate Orb is so cost inefficient. And even though the slow is nice, I feel like getting damage is just a lot better. I mean, they have plenty of chasing power, so they don't really need the slow. Disruptor doesn't have anything. Let's keep going a little bit faster with this. Mech up on the Darkseer. Faceless Void with a Mithril Hammer, probably going to go for a Black King Bar. He wants to be super secure. Enigma going for BKB of his own, and Invoker kind of mirroring the Windrunner build. Although I think the Windrunner has more? No, he doesn't. It just seems like it. Darkseer with an Illusion Rune, gonna find Smuggling. Gonna fall back. M5, they're all pressuring the mid area. They could be looking to push out all the lanes and go for a Roshan. Although Skane's Elite, they're all here, and if they do go for a Roshan, well then they have the Song of the Siren Static Storm set up to deal with. And if M5 clump, that's going to be the death of them. Although Black King Bar in the Faceless Void can help him an awful lot. Dread is going to find Wagamama. That was the best glimpse I've ever seen. Holy crap. That didn't even move him. That was just like weirdly timed so that like the glimpse 5-second time lapse thing was right where he was standing. I've actually never seen that before. But yeah, #1 glimpse right here from Mini. Beautiful plays. The problem with the Disruptor is that he doesn't really have any hard CC. Glimpse, you could sometimes depend on it, and it'll sometimes be very effective. Other times it will just do nothing, and then you're going to be kicking yourself because I think that's a pretty long cooldown. And that kind of sucks when that happens. Bot lane looks like they want to go for Nexus, or at least just pressure out this creep wave. Once again, Skane's Elite, they do have the better late game in my opinion. But Faceless Void, with the amount that he has right now, and on top of that, an almost level 3 Chronosphere, he's going to be doing a lot more mid-game damage than the Morphling and Naga Siren are. Riptide is great, Waveform is great, but a Chronosphere on 5 or 3 or however many this Faceless Void can get, they've been so far a high number of players being caught in that Chronosphere. So if you keep doing that, then he's going to be doing a lot more damage than the Naga Siren or Morphling, or even both of them together, can offer. Looks like the next fight is going to be in the Roshan pit. There's a jump in from Nexus. Gonna get a first hit bash onto Region. Are you kidding me? All his mana is burning. Gonna take a Deafening Blast, and the Invoker with the right clicks does pick up that Naga Siren. Not sure if that was a Cold Snap first hit or a Bash first hit. I'm pretty sure it was a Bash first hit, which is something that I never get. But here's the Roshan fight. All their lanes are looking okay. The top lane's pushing in a little bit, but M5, they feel comfortable grouping up because they know that the Song of the Siren setup isn't going to be there. And really, Skane's Elite, they need that to fight this Roshan. Wow, that time lock. So much cooler than this game than when people are just being stunned randomly. Oh no, Smuggly getting dragged down, then force staff right back up, I guess. Dread in a horrible position, completely blocked, but there is a 3-man Chronosphere. Nexus is going to go straight for that Disruptor. Can he bring him down before he gets Static Storm off? Yes, he will. Next going to go for Smuggly, who is currently out of mana. Wagmama taking a stun. He's out of mana as well because of that EMP blast. Solo looking for a kill onto the Windrunner. Not going to be fast enough to catch up with her there. Does the Roshan still live? It is still alive. Nexus going to get right back in there and finish the job here. And with the Morphling dead, with the Disruptor dead, they could take this Roshan and then go straight into a tier 2 mid tower. It's going to lead. They need the Naga Siren to fight, but they also need the Morphling to fight, and well, they need them together. Unfortunately, is not being given to them by M5, and Faceless Void now with level 16, now with an Aegis of the Immortal. Well, he's going to be pretty terrifying. And really, what could Morphling or Naga Siren do about it? I guess they're just trying to swamp him in illusions. M5, again, they don't have that huge burst AoE damage. They don't have a Earthshaker or a Lina or whatever. But they do have a Battle Fury. They do have Ion Shell. And of course, they have whatever Invoker will decide to cast. I mean, EMP, not the best against illusions. But M5, they are maintaining their lead. Really sizable lead, actually, with all the towers that they've gotten down. EXP looking the same way. What's going on Elit? They are behind, not out of it yet because they do have so much late game. But Faceless Void, he's hit his late game a lot sooner than the Naga Siren and Morphling, at least as far as his gold is concerned. You can see he's very far ahead as far as his gold per minute is. I was looking to jump in on 2. He has a Chronosphere up. He can go straight for the Shadow Demon and then like teleport out in time. Oh, do it, yes. Balls of Steel on this Faceless Void. How do they see him? Ah, the ward right here. Okay, Faceless Void. Gonna jump in for Fishbone. Not gonna get that slow on him, though, and he really needed that to get a kill there. But M5, they're just scaring Skone's Elite back. Oh, Nexus. There goes your 135 Gs. An instant trip back to the Roshan pit, courtesy of the Disruptor. Skone's Elite, they're just trying to push out all the lanes, get as much safe farm as they can. They get secure their jungle. That's really what they need to do because they are currently down on towers. The towers that they do have do protect their jungle at some point. If something breaks out there, then they can get teleportation support in. They need that safe farm. They need as much farm as they can get. M5, they seem to be okay with letting Nexus get a little more farm. He's like pretty far away from getting topped out. And topped out Faceless Void is pretty scary. And he's going to get there a lot sooner than either the Morphling or Naga Siren. So M5, they're going to give Faceless Void a little more time, but they cannot wait forever, or else, you know, eventually the Morphling or Naga Siren or someone is going to get big enough to stand up to this Faceless Void. Looks like their choice of putting on the pressure is going to be the tier 2 mid lane. It's going to Elite. They do have everything that they need to defend this, except for the golden experience advantage. They're just going to try to thin out the creep wave, slow M5 down as much as they can, just waste their time. I mean, he's getting a little bit of farm on the top lane. Other than that, this tower is down. M5, they could slide up to the top lane, or they could just go straight for the high ground. I guess that's one way of capitalizing on an early lead. Just go straight for Raxes. Use that Faceless Void as a mid-game hero, and hey, it's working. A little bit weak though, but he has an Aegis of the Immortal, so he won't care. There's Mini getting force tapped in from Stalianer. Deafening Blast plus EMP going to drain a lot of mana. Nexus going to get yet another huge Chronosphere. Fishbone is going to drop immediately. Looks like Mini going to be the target. The Battle Fury now acting up as well. Wagmama going to try to do what he can versus Nexus, but Nexus is such a higher level. Morphling doesn't stand a chance here. Stoy, Nexus, and Solo going to try to bring down Wagmama. Not going to be enough though. Solo pops off his BKB. Going to get the best black hole I've ever seen in my life. Silent Siren does sleep that Enigma, but he gets Force Staff. No, he's going to stay right in here. Going to get a Midnight Pulse, do a lot of damage, actually, and everyone who's going to Elite going to get mopped. The Enigma ultimately does die to a spare tower shot from the bot lane. Buybacks from the Windrunner, going to get the curved Shackle Shot. What the hell? But Nexus is still very much alive. Going to get it back into region. And at this point, with the alacrity on Nexus, you cannot run. You cannot hide from this Faceless Void. Just going to town, a triple kill on him. 607. He could go for more. turn around, kill Wagamama, kill Fishbone. This Faceless Void can kill anything he wants. Looks like what he wants is the tier 3 tower, and he's going to get it. There's the mech popping off, and if he gets a bash on this Morphling is as good as dead. Raxes are now starting to take some heat. Disruption onto the Morphling, trying to give them more firepower, but a blink in. It's going to go for Fishbone, slowed to a crawl though. Looks like this is going to be the death of the Aegis. Do they have enough? They don't have a kinetic field. Do they have any disruption? No, they don't. Nexus is going to walk right on out of here. Time walk even. Oh no, glimpsed back. This could be the secondary death, and Nexus is going to pop up his BKB and then walk out of here. Morphling is going to wait for him, but it's not going to be enough. Dread, he's going to use his Ghost Scepter to try to get out of here. Sodoi wants in. He's going to get a 3-man vacuum. Try to go for Fishbone. The time walk right back in. And M5, they're not done. Nexus shackled to a tree, but the Static Storm is up. Wagamama can do the right click damage. The Faceless Void is going to drop awfully low. He's going to take a dash destruct, and he is going to go down. They have brought down the main problem. Sodoi on the run, surging himself. He's out of mana, though, so he's not going to have that much to work with. Power Shot is going to miss completely as the Starseries does stay alive to that. Wagamama teleporting back to the base. In the meantime, Region taking a lot of damage from that Midnight Pulse. Dread and Stallion are trying to do what they can against this Naga Siren. He's going to take a Cold Snap on top of that. Stallion are very, very weak, but he is confident enough with that Cold Snap to take out this Naga Siren. He's being chased by a whole flock of Sirens, and Siren does drop, and looks like with that maxed out Wex, the Invoker will be safe, at least for now. Did the Darkseer die? The Darkseer did die. Do the Raxes live? Yes, they do, but they're not done yet. Solo shackled to a tree. Wait for him in, plus a Power Shot will do him in. And M5 do have 4 down. Skane's Elite have successfully held, albeit barely. M5 sticking for a little bit too long once again. But with such a far and Faceless Void, it's really hard to evaluate when you should actually fall back. Faceless Void is really a hero all about luck. If you're lucky on Faceless Void, you'll never die, and you'll get all the kills. If you're not lucky, well, you don't have backtrack, you don't have time lock. So in that sense, it's really hard to evaluate how powerful a Faceless Void at any given moment. Being constantly shackled, constantly slowed down, and without a BKB to fight with, plus being at half HP doesn't help either. Well, M5 do end up dropping a lot of heroes there. Dread getting caught in the Kinetic Field. The Static Storm is up. But is there any follow-up to this? He's going to walk right back into that Static Storm, and waveform over will do him in. The Disruptor taking... Oh, that was beautiful. Venomancer targeting the gem with his Plague Ward as soon as he dropped. Very good play there. It's little things on the support heroes. And Nexus and Region seem to enjoy it as well. Solo is going to have none of it, though. Faceless Void is going to go for that Butterfly, and once he gets that, well, he's just going to be so tanky, because Skane's Elite, they have Static Storm and Power Shot to deal magic damage. I guess Waveform and Riptide as well, but the majority of their damage late game is going, or basically all of it, is going to be physical, and well, the Butterfly dodge does stack with the backtrack, so Faceless Void is going to be matrixing everything. And at that point, it's really hard for the Morphling or Naga Siren to do anything, just because you can't do much damage when you're not hitting them. Let's just leave it at that. Tier 2 on the top lane. It's going to drop as well. I don't see Skane's Elite defending this one. They didn't defend the mid one. Why would they defend this one? Fortification going to slow them down. Are they smoked up? Yes, they are. They want a giant fight. Who's in the base? Is going to be Morphling. There's the Song of the Siren catching all 4. Mini doesn't have the Static Storm. There it is, Static Storm. Gotta lay that down. There it is, but all the black holes being popped. Stallion are shackled to a tree. Very long range on there. Sodoi trapped in the Static Storm. Nexus, he look for anyone he could. He's gonna go straight for the Disruptor. Solo, he wants to get a black hole off. Chronosphere only on 1 though. Nexus netted to the floor, so he can't actually capitalize on this. There's the black hole on top of a vacuum. Mini's gonna drop. Wagamama is gonna drop. Region is also actually gonna wait for him out of there. Just walk out of there. Shackle again from the back, I believe. Windrunner doing work from the back end. Going to try to go for Solo. Is going to bring him down. Sodoi is going to punch down the Shadow Demon. Now Smuggling is in a very rough position. Does have 4 stats, so she should be fine. Windrunner, no, it's not going to be fine. Dread has revived. The Tornado plus the Vacuum is going to pick up yet another kill. The Morphling and Naga Siren walk free. Will it matter, though? M5, they do have the team fight. They do have the single target. Really, the Faceless Void at this point is just adding so much to the team fight. With an Alacrity on the Faceless Void, you don't want to get close to that region. You will get your face bashed in. Nexus taking a lot of damage, though. Mech popped off, trying to save him with a little bit of HP. Stallion doesn't have any mana to cast anything. There's another Song of the Siren, but Region can't move, so that could be a problem. Smuggling looking for another angle. Solo is still in this fight, though. Doesn't have anything, and Dread what are you doing there? How did he get there? Nexus is going to go right back in. I don't know why he's throwing his life away like this. Popping off the BKB, going to get the Windrunner kill, but that trade is not worth it. Disruption onto the Enigma now. Dread going to get slowed down to a crawl as well. Solo popping off his BKB. Doesn't help you through the net, though. And he's going to drop as well. I have no clue what the hell that was. But, I mean, Faceless Void doesn't have an Aegis. Yes, he's a stacked hero and everything, but he just dove headlong into 3 heroes just to get a Windrunner kill. Did he buy back? He must have bought back. He did buy back. M5, they're jumping the gun a little bit too much, and yes, they are ahead. You can see it right here. But if they keep doing that, they're not getting the objectives they need. They didn't even take down the tier 3. I guess they got the tier 2, which is okay. But then they should have done something else. Go for the mid lane. The Raxes are exposed. It's just that much easier for you to actually get a permanent, tangible lead. So M5, please stop doing these stupid dive-ins. Nexus, yes, you're tanky, we get it. But, yeah, just lay back. Lay it back a little bit, because you only have 1600 HP. And if you get targeted down, well, you're not going to last very long at all. Nexus going to run into Fishbone, it looks like. No, instead he's going to look for the mid lane. If you get a 3-man chrono, it's going to be very good. But, oh, Time Walk, unfortunately, not saving him. Is there going to be a glimpse back? I guess they don't see the Faceless Void, actually. Roshan is up once again. If M5 get it, they can make a Doom push into Raxes. If Skane's Elite get it, well, there's not going to be any Doom push coming in from M5 anytime soon. But they could even do some pushing of their own. They have yet to take a tier 2 tower. That's going to mean the gold advantage is going to keep sliding further and further into M5's favor. Mini spotting everything out. Are there sentry wards? No, there's not. Dread actually has a Shadow Blade. What the hell? How did Dread get that much gold? Who gave him that? I don't know why Mini just revealed himself, but now he's stuck in the Roshan pit, and he's taking a lot of damage, bashing the Roshan. Looks like he drew everyone out. M5, they're not looking to kill this Disruptor. Instead, they're looking to go straight for Dread, shackled to a tree. He's going to drop immediately, not getting anything off. Shadowblade getting a little bit too over-aggressive. Fishbone is under a lot of heat as well, but he's going to get saved by Regent Song and the Siren. Where is Nexus? Nexus is burning his Chronosphere onto Wagamama only. Static Storm is going to be dropped solo. He does have BKB up, however, so he should be fine, but he's netted to the floor looking for a black hole. Not going to happen. Wagamama continuing to get stunned. There he goes. There's a black hole on 2, but it instantly gets dropped because of his death. Smuggling is going to try to win another 4-man vacuum. Sodoi has been great with these vacuums. He's going to lay down that wall of replica, going to kill the Fishbone outright, and Disruptor as well. Sodoi taking a lot of damage, but the Morphling is doing a little bit more, and Sodoi is going to drop as well. Stallianer going to chase down Smuggling, probably is going to get this kill. There it is, Region taking a lot of damage from the illusions, and Stallianer on the high ground, just right-clicking everyone. Now with the triple kill. He does have a Hex, he does have a Cold Snap, so Wagamama is going to be in a little bit of danger, but Mini is here to support, glimpsing back Stallianer into a kinetic field, and Stallianer with a Ghost Walk is going to walk away. There's no True Sight on Skane's Elite, so Invoker does live. Him and Sodoi, the only survivors of that battle. Faceless Voids really can't afford to... Oh, do they see them? How do they see them? Aha, the ward, that's how they see them. Do they have Glimpse? Not for another 9 seconds, but Wagamama is very healthy. Going to go straight in for Stallianer, Deafening Blast, plus a Hex, and they're going to get backing back as well. Wagamama taking a lot of damage. He's going to drop just the 2 heroes who are not the damage dealers. Mini going to try to go toe-to-toe with the Invoker, but the Invoker not going to take your shit, slamming him to the ground with the Tornado. The Invoker just got so many darn kills in that fight. And now 4 down, Skane's Elite, their Raxes are in a little bit of danger, but Naga Siren will be up, the Windrunner should be up. I don't think M5 could actually move in on this. But I do think Skane's Elite got a little bit... They definitely didn't take a good fight. That wasn't in favor of them. But M5, the initial start of that fight, like with the Naga Siren ulting over here and then the Morphling just taking damage over here, that looked to be a pretty good situation from Skane's Elite. Unfortunately, M5, they just have so much staying power. Even with, like, no black hole, the black hole lasted for, like, half a second. Even without that, even with a 1-man Chronosphere, it looked like it was... I mean, M5, they're strong enough individually at this point to not rely on all of that. Dread is once again in the Roshan pit. Why does everyone want to give Roshan hugs in this game? I mean, it's not even the trick-or-treat Roshan when he has all his, like, garb on and carrying that bag of stuff. Double damage, Alacrity will bring down Roshan very quickly, and now M5, they don't have a black hole. They do have a chronosphere. Yes, they do. And a butterfly in the Faceless Void. Plus a half duration double damage rune. This is probably going to mean Raxes. Skane's Elite do have everything up as well. But there's just so much temporary power in the Faceless Void with that double damage rune. He could just chronosphere the Raxes and just take him out by himself. Or he could just go straight in with the Alacrity. Yeah, these Raxes are not going to last unless Nexus doesn't want to get them. There you go. Just kill the Raxes. Look how fast that is. Gonna take a net to the floor, but a time walk out. I don't know how he... Oh, glimpse right back into the Raxes. Okay, Nexus is going to be okay with that. Black King Bar used by Solo for nothing. There's a Song of the Siren. What setup do they have? Static Storm is up. They have to get it on the Faceless Void before he drops down a Chronosphere. There it is, shackling him to Stallianer, but he gets Force Stabbed out. Venomancer is going to get his ultimate off. Wagmo in the back end doing as much damage as he could. Vacuuming back Fishbone. There's the black hole, and it is going to not work because of the black hole. So that black hole, because of the Faceless Void ultimate, I'm sorry. So that black hole is doing absolutely nothing, but Skane's Elite are dropping regardless. Dread somehow still alive with that Shadow Blade plus Ghost Scepter. It's impossible to hit him. Now Smuggling is the only one alive. Windrunner does buy back. Smuggling is on the run. Midlane Raxes have dropped. And I don't think Smuggling is going to be... Oh, he's going to shackle Stallion to a tree. Try to focus fire this Invoker down. Hero moment for the Windrunner. No, Ghost Walk is going to save him. And now Dread going to go toe-to-toe with Windrunner. Slow to a crawl because of that Ice Wall. You're not going to go anywhere. Even the creeps getting in a little bit on this. There's nothing for this Windrunner to do except watch as she slowly gets taken down. But only the Naga Siren lives. At this point, the mid-Raxes are down. Looks like they're going to slide up to the top lane where they were previously pushing. Try to take that out. Region could try to defend, or just slow them down, I guess, for Fishbone to get up. But if Nexus decides to kill Region, then Region's dead. Because Nexus has held on to the Aegis this entire time. And M5, I guess they're continuing the legacy of M5 with hitting no black holes. I kid, of course. Nexus is going to go straight for Fishbone, killing him before he can cast a single thing. Region going to get bashed as well. Force Staffed out. I don't think it'll be enough. Kinetic Field, plus Static Storm catching 4. Stallion taking a little bit of damage there, but they're all going to walk away. Nexus still does have that Aegis, so he could just turn around and suicide right now if he wants, but it looks like he's going to instead focus the top racks. Dread, Carrymancer right here, is going to go 1v3 and escape with the Shadow Blade of all things. I don't know how Venomancer managed to pick up that much gold, but he's going to pop his ultimate, and now a 3-man Chronosphere. Nexus is going to go to town, first on Wagamama. Then I'm sure Smuggling is going to be the next target. No, Smuggling runs away. Mini's going to be the next target. There it is. And with 2 Raxes down, I do think M5 have this game in the bag. Honestly, not sure how the hell they managed to pull that one out when the black hole wasn't even there. Enigma basically wasn't in this game. Like, he's been popping his black holes really prematurely. The longest black hole was like 1 second long. And, well, that last black hole, yes, it was active, but everyone was in the Chronosphere, so they weren't moving anywhere. So essentially, Solo was just wasting his time by channeling that. But regardless, stacked Faceless Void, support plus damage from the Darkseer, keeping everyone healthy. And then Stallianer with beautiful Invoker play. Skane's Elite with the double carry, simply didn't get enough farm on them. Faceless Void just trucked through everyone. Solo popping off his BKB once again. Are you going to get a Chronosphere this time? Who's this? Zadoy, what are you doing there? No. No. But yeah, everyone from M5 just got way too big. Unfortunately for Skane's Elite, they cannot draw the game out. They cannot get enough farm on their carries to make it happen. That's going to be it, guys. M5 versus Skane's Elite. This one goes to M5 from the Starseries Season 3. Try to cast more, but I also have to draw myself away from my compulsive farming of essences for my Grieval Egg. So I will try to balance those out. But thanks for watching, guys. GG.